So I guess this is how obsessions work. You don't make an action figure obsession video for weeks or months, and you make three or four, in a day. So here's most, I don't think all, but most of my symbiote slash black costume Spider-Mans. I didn't put any Carnage in there because I didn't want to wreck the color scheme. Although we do get a little splash of color from the Samurai Agent Venom that I have over on the far left. That's a kit bash that I put together with some parts from G.I. Joe Classified. And then we also have the VHS animated Marvel Legends Black Costume Spider-Man. He's got some blue cell shading on there. And other than that, and the silver from the other Agent Venom there on his Uzi, which is borrowed from, or not Uzi. No, it's not an Uzi. It's AK of some kind, science fiction-y all silver AK from Super 7, one of the G.I. Joe figures from Super 7, their G.I. Joe Ultimates line. I never mentioned it. I ordered Wave 1 of that line, and every single one of them was defective except Snake Eyes. Even had to send one back for a replacement. But yeah, I don't recommend Super 7. They really do not do a great job. But I think these guys look good together. The whole alien costume story, I was there for that on day one. Bought the issue of Amazing Spider-Man where he, left for the Secret Wars, and then the next issue he came back and he was in his black costume. A lot of people mistakenly think that he got his, the first time we saw the costume in comics was in Secret Wars. But we saw him come back from the Secret Wars 7 or 8 months before the issue of Secret Wars where he actually got the suit. That was their way of kind of getting people excited about Secret Wars. How did Spider-Man end up with a black costume? Why did the Thing leave the Fantastic Four? There was a lot of questions that they kind of dangled before the first issue of Secret Wars ever came out. So we do have, I'll give you a rundown of some of these. On the far left there is my custom / kit bashed Samurai Agent Venom. Behind him, with the somewhat bulbous eyes, is that's the 2022 retro black costume Spider-Man with a custom head. And there's another one, the one that's waving to you, just in front of Venom in the back there, in front of that Venom's left arm. That's another, that I bought 2 of those custom heads when the 2022 retro black costume Spider-Man came out. On the far right, just before the Venom that is transforming either into Venom from Eddie Brock or from Eddie Brock back into Venom, I'm not sure how you want to phrase that, but to his immediate right, our left, the second figure there on the right side of the screen is the actual regular 2022 black costume retro Spider-Man with no changes made to him. The one with the blue highlighting, the cell shading there, that is the VHS edition one that came with Carnage. Neither one of them are really true to the cartoon animated style, but I do like the blue cell shading on it. I wish I had the Mafex black costume Spider-Man that had the blue paint on the bottom of the feet to make it look kind of like it did in the comics. Kind of wish I had kept that, but I have sold and traded so many things that I regret, which is why I've made a sacred vow that I will never do that again, because you just end up buying them back for more than you ever got for them when you sold them. But these are some of the most fun ones in my collection. The oldest one is right here in the front. This guy with the somewhat Todd McFarlane-esque eyes. That is the Pizza Spider-Man version that came on the Pizza Spider-Man buck. I'm going to say 2016, I think it came out, because I think Pizza Spider-Man came out in 2015. The lighting is not great here. Let me see if I can fix that a little. He is very slender, very spindly, but I always felt like the alien nature of the symbiote worked much better for the black costume than it ever did for the classic red and blue look. Then we have a couple of the goofy Secret Wars Black Costume Spider-Man. Spider-Man was not a teenager in Secret Wars, but for some reason with the Secret Wars figures that came out last year, they put him on the teenage body. Spider-Man was a full-grown man by the time of the original Secret Wars. Take a look at the height difference there. Isn't that ridiculous? This is the Secret Wars Spider-Man. That's what he looked like during Secret Wars. This is what he looked like never, because Spider-Man never had a black costume when he was a teenager. And I apologize for getting all didactic about this subject, but this thing, even though I bought two of them, because I like the main thing I like about it is the sort of Charles Vess-like eyes on the mask, or the head, whatever you want to call it. If I can get that, can I get that to focus? Maybe. Let's see. Focus. The only place I've ever really seen those eyes is on Charles Vess Spider-Man covers, but I do think it looks really kind of creepy and otherworldly. So I guess in my headcanon, these guys, these miniature teenage so-called Secret Wars Spider Boys, some sort of alternate, across the Spider-Verse, into the Spider-Verse kind of alternate version of the black costume Spider-Man, where somehow Peter Parker got that costume when he was a teenager. Paid $50 for this one, just for the Eddie Brock head. For some reason, I didn't like it when it first came out. I only bought it maybe a year or two ago, because I just wanted to have an Eddie Brock head to use on my Venoms. And I always thought it was a little oversized when that figure first came out, which I think was 2019 or early 2020. I remember seeing it. I think it was late 2019. I think was when that wave came out. I think that was the Monster Venom wave with the big hulking monster Mac Gargan Venom, but I could be wrong about that too. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I ever get any of this history wrong. I'm not the world's biggest Symbiote Spider-Man expert or Venom or any of that stuff, but I do like some of the designs. I still think this head is a little large, but with this effect piece that comes with it to give you the idea that the the Venom symbiote is slithering up over his head. I think that's what it would sound like. That sells it pretty good and kind of covers up the fact that that head just seems a little big to me. Here's my Agent Venom with his AK rifle from G.I. Joe Ultimates from Super 7. And, of course, this is the 85th anniversary of Marvel Retro Venom, which is, as far as I'm concerned, that is my favorite Venom in my collection. I was lucky enough to find two of these guys at a comic book and toy show. I think it was 2 years ago. It was a year or two back, for $40 each. And I bought one, and then I did another walk around the room, as I do, to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm buying both Venoms. And I bought them, and I like them so much that I actually just keep this sort of Todd McFarlane-esque head on both of them. I do have the King and not the King and Black Venom, the 3-pack Venom, the Amazon exclusive 3-pack Venom. I have that one with the other Eddie Brock sort of transforming head that came with that one. I have that in my displays, but he's way in the back, and as I always point out, I don't like to pull everything out and have everything fall over. I mean, I've got about 1,000 figures displayed in this toy room, and so a lot of times what I'll highlight and feature here is just the stuff that's on the work table, and maybe I'll compare and contrast them with a couple of other things from the displays, but nothing that it's going to be a big risk to take it out. I'll give you a little look at these 12-inch Marvel Legends. These came out around 2016, I think. They were 12 inches, double the height of a regular Marvel Legends figure, like any of these guys. They were 12 inches tall. Hasbro at the time was charging $50 for them, and they were utterly rejected at retail. Some collectors could see that it was a step forward for Hasbro, because usually Hasbro cheaps out, but you can see they come packed with accessories, plenty of paint on most of them, The Thor is unreal. You see the hair on his head and the helmet on his alternate head there? Those are all interchangeable, so you can swap out those pieces and get, I think, at least 4 different looks for Thor. And that Thor is just super impressive. Black Panther there, Spider-Man. The lighting in here is screwing this up, but regular Spider-Man. I haven't opened any of those that are still in the box. That Wolverine, I actually bought it. It had already been opened, but was still in the box with all the accessories, so he's out of the box. I don't really have a good place in here to display these yet, so they're just sort of holding things down on the back of the workbench for the moment. But anyway, I just wanted to show you some of my Venoms and Symbiote Spider-Mans and Black Costume Spider-Mans and Alternate Reality Secret Wars Teenage Spider-Boys, and give you a good look at those guys, because I do enjoy the look of the Symbiotes. They're pretty cool. And of course I had a whole big collection of them that I sold off 3 or 4 years ago that included all the what was it called, the Life Foundation or something like that. All the different symbiotes that were in that series, and yeah, nothing but regrets. Nothing but regrets. This is why I must uphold my sacred vow to never again purge my collection. I've been collecting action figures for, oh my God, so long. Decades, and I've gone through at least 4 main purges that I can recall. Oh, I've outgrown this. Oh, I can't afford it anymore. Oh, I've lost interest in it. And you know what? Very clearly, I never lose interest in it for long. So, you know, I'm succumbing to the dark side and accepting the fact that, yes, I am an action figure collector. I mean, these right here, these are just doubles, extras. There's a couple here that I just haven't found a place in the display for yet. Like this incredible World War II Wolverine. Love that guy. My Gray Agency guys, I need to set them up in their own display. All these guys in the gray suits, like Agent Ross and the Captain and the Master from Doctor Who and Mike McCluskey from Mayor of Kingstown and Cletus Cassidy as a hitman and Norman Osborn, Peter Parker, and of course Burt Macklin from Parks and Recreation right there. Shout out to Burt Macklin. Yep. It's not focusing that well. I do apologize for that. I gotta get a better camera. I gotta get a better setup. I gotta get some more shelves to display these guys on, because this is truly out of control. Oh, I missed a Venom too. This guy, I forgot about him. See if I can get him in frame and in focus and not lit too badly. That's the King in Black Venom with the wings. I super glued those wings. Just because they don't stay in very well. If you have them in for any length of time, they weigh it down and they fall out, or he falls over. But I do love the look of the wings. I tied him, as you can see, to a string, and he's kind of overseeing everything that goes on here in the toy room. My King in Black Venom. If I'd thought of it, I would have got him down and put him with the rest of these guys. After all, he is their king. But I forgot, because my mind is always bouncing off the walls. And that's going to do it for this Action Figure Obsession video. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, as always, for watching and for your support. If you would like to support the channel, please push the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and share it with anyone that you think might enjoy the Action Figure Obsession videos or any of the other content that you'll find on this channel. We're coming up on, I think, 600 videos in the next few weeks, possibly a month or two. We'll be up to 600 videos, and that's a lot. And we just hit 150 subscribers, which is amazing to me, because for the first 10 years of this channel, I think I had 10 viewers, but it's nice that it's up to 150 people now, and you know, every once in a while somebody will drop out, but they're usually replaced pretty quick, so I don't think YouTube is going to be sending me a plaque for my 150 subscribers. I think we're a ways to go before there are any plaques awarded, and I truly don't ever expect that to happen. But I appreciate, more than I can say, the interest you take in the stuff that I'm producing here on the channel, and I hope you'll come back for the next one. Thanks a lot for stopping by.